Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home is clearing stock with massive discounts. Right now, while supplies lasts, find select LVP and carpet 50% off. Battleson Brothers also has over 8,500 square feet of hardwood, normally $7.99 per square foot, but currently just $3.99. And choose select tile for just $1.99 per square foot. Come see the flooring professionals, located 1 block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
September is Hunger Action Month. Can you be part of the solution by volunteering, donating, or advocating for those food insecure individuals in your community? Come join us at the pantry. Find out all the ways that you can help those families facing hunger in our community.
As a small business owner, we know you want to take care of your team. Introducing Member Care, Star Valley Health's membership healthcare program. Through our new program, you can provide your team healthcare benefits at our primary care and urgent care clinics, including essential services like lab tests, x-rays, and urgent care visits, bundled into a plan that fits your budget. Your employees support your dream every day. Here's one more way to keep your team happy and healthy. Learn more at starvalleyhealth.org.
We are Western Wyoming's leader in live coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Welcome to Star Valley. Blake Angel here with J.R. Burgess at the Star Valley Lady Braves versus the Pinedale Wranglers, or do we call them Wranglerettes? Do they have an official? You know, we're Braves in braids.
Braves and Lady Braves, I guess.
Braves. So Lady Wranglers. And they're going to start off at 125 pounds with Grace Morrison, and she'll be taking on Matanzi Landers. We've got about 3 matches before the seniors are recognized. These will be JV matches. And then we'll have senior night to recognize a whopping 7 seniors from Star Valley. So we'll wrestle 125, and then 120, and then 140 from Star Valley. We have Grace Morrison at the 125. Aurora Colvin at 115. She's actually going to wrestle up to 120 as well. And then Hallie Pattingale will wrestle at 140. And then just before varsity action, we'll take a break there with the senior, what do you call it? The senior parade, right? The recognition of our seniors.
Yep, senior parade, if you will, yep. Man, we've got a great duel tonight. Star Valley coming in, ranked number 1 in the state. Pinedale always brings a strong boys team, and now they're bringing a strong girls team. Ranked number 2 in the state. So there's going to be some great wrestling tonight, both JV and varsity, as Pinedale's rolling into town here in Star Valley to take them on for senior night.
Absolutely. Pinedale has proven to be a force with few numbers but a lot of heart. In fact, they only took 10 by way of boys. They took 10 wrestlers to the Ronthal. And out of those 10 wrestlers, now get this, there's teams that took 21, 18, 20. I think Star Valley had 18. We'll look it up. But Pinedale boys took 3rd with 10.
Yeah, they had a lot of placers.
And little tiny Pinedale. And then on the girls' side, as JR just said, they literally, again, small team, but they racked up all the way up in a 2nd place finish for the girls. Now remember, this is all classification. The Ronthon is kind of one of those open tournaments where everybody is in there.
Let's get going with this. So can we have Grace Morrison and Matanzi Landers out on the mat, please?
I apologize. I think I said Matazi's name incorrect from Pinedale, but it sounds like, if the announcer's right anyway, Matazi Landers. And again, that'll be Grace Morrison from Star Valley, 125 pounds. They're going to open us up tonight here in, as JR calls it, the what cathedral?
Crimson Cathedral. Crimson Cathedral. It's for all the banners hanging around the sides here. There's not very many places that are quite as intimidating as coming into the Star Valley gym and wrestling in here. So, yeah, that's the Crimson Cathedral is what Dal had named that at this point in time. So I'm going to go with that because I love that. We've got Cole Helm down on the mat. He's our referee for the night. We've also got Duke Dance down on the mat camera that's going to be helping us out, giving us some better views of the action going on the mat.
Just a huge thanks to SVI Media for making this possible. I know a lot of our Pinedale friends are also tuned in tonight, as well as many of our neighbors. Also special thanks to the Wyoming National Guard as our sponsor. All right, at 125, Grace Morrison and her opponent, now to make sure I say this right, Matazi. Pinedale takes a shot. Grace heavy on the hips, sprawls hard. Got her in the front headlock.
Front headlock, yep.
Now we're on that out of bounds lines. New rules apply. You've got to be completely out. As long as you have one limb in, they will wrestle. And right there you see all of them go out of bounds, and the ref says back to the center, no points. Expired about 45 seconds of that first round, 46 seconds. A little over a minute to go. Still scoreless with Morrison and Landers.
You know, we'll go into some of the scores a little bit later on in regards to the history of both teams throughout the season thus far. But both of these teams, if they're at the same meet, they're always up towards the top of the tournament. So once again, just high-level wrestling from both Pinedale and Star Valley. Star Valley last week in that tournament, which we'll go into a little bit more depth, running away with the tournament. Not only for – go ahead.
Just a slick ankle pick by Pinedale. She set that up to perfection. Unfortunately, it was at the expense of our wrestler, Grace, but Grace bases right up, has good hand control, pulls it over her head, tried to get Pinedale a little high, brings one leg up. Pinedale is across kind of a claw ride and a spiral to break her back down. And we're expiring that first round, final 2 seconds, and we're going to stop there with a 3-0 lead in favor of Pinedale. Now, if you haven't been with wrestling this year much, folks, remember the takedowns have been 2-point takedown for a generation. I mean, it's been forever, hasn't it, JR? I don't remember anything else. In freestyle, that's changed a little bit, but, well, even freestyle, you got 2. Now, this year, for the first time ever, a takedown is awarded 3 points.
And it changes the match.
It
totally
does.
changes the match, especially where the reversal stayed at 2 points.
Yes.
That's where it's made a huge difference because, you're almost taking a little bit more of a risk to cut your guy loose and then go for another takedown. And, it definitely rewards the more aggressive wrestler.
It does. The person can get a reversal. So if Grace got a reversal, the score still would have been 3-2. Now, she didn't have enough seconds to prove if she could do that, but now she's on the top, Pinedale on the bottom. Grace doing a great job. Heavy on the hand. She's keeping lots of pressure on her. She needs to keep, there we go, settle back in. Pinedale's going to twist and shout and get a little high there.
Got a lift return here.
And this is going to be got a back heel, and she cuts her to avoid that stall call and faces her.
That'll bring the score to 4-0, in favor of Morrison of Pinedale.
I think it's Landers of Pinedale.
Landers of Pinedale.
Down about a minute remaining in this second round as Star Valley trails 4-0. Both wrestlers on their feet. You can see Pinedale trying to attack that ankle pick again. This is a move that she has worked on. She's pretty proficient at it. I would say that she's done this 100 times at least in practice. And so you'll watch, she'll pull Grace's head down and then get her to put that weight on that leg with the knee pad, and then she tries immediately to pick it. Grace is doing a great job saying, you know what, I was there once. I'm going to be a little more careful there. So she's not feeding her that leg. There's a shot.
There's an ankle. Yep, take it.
And she's going to do a spin behind.
Nice.
Excellent. To narrow this gap up 3-4. Trailing by 1 point with a little over 15 seconds remaining in the second round. Great takedown for Grace. She had her in the front headlock.
Oh, sit out by. Oh, good cover.
We got 5 seconds, and she almost got a snap back. Down to the final 2.
All right, we're going to go into third period. Only 1 point difference. Great match currently between Landers and Morrison. Score 4-3 heading into the third period.
Now, I thought Morrison's was choice, and I thought she was going down, but she must have switched and said, I'm going to take up. And, I'm okay. This is a good position for Grace to be in.
Supposedly the easiest point to stand up.
Well, third round for girls. For guys, they're a little more hardy at standing up in the third round. girls, I think we've seen that the worst time you want to be on the bottom is in that third round. But I saw her wrestle. I saw her get away. I think she's going to be okay.
Yeah,
there
she's
she
got
is.
that arm cleared. She's going to go around for the reversal, yeah.
And we award the points right there, folks, as we take this lead 5-4. Excellent job, Grace Morrison.
Pinedale has tried that sit out a couple of different times, and Morrison's been able to cover the hips on it.
She's feeling it. She knows it's coming and almost snaps her back. Tries a power half there, and she does connect it. And she's got to keep some weight on there before she twists this. And she's going to go for it, drops her chest, and we're getting near fall. And this is going to be a fall, folks. Yes.
There we go.
Congratulations, Grace Morrison.
Nice. A third period pin is always one that's well earned. That's a good fight right to the end there. Score 5-4 at the point of the pin, but great match for Morrison.
We love a comeback, don't we?
Oh yeah. All right, coming up next, we've got Aurora Colvin of Star Valley and Josie Helm of Green River. This is going to be the 115/120 weight class. We want to try and get as many matches out as we can here today, so the weights have fluctuated just a tiny bit to allow that. And really, it's about the experience on the mat for some of these JV wrestlers. And here we go with Aurora Colvin and Josie Helm.
You know, in that 5-pound difference, sometimes we look at it and say, oh, it's not that much.
Oh, it's a huge difference.
Here again, yeah.
Especially at that weight class.
Yeah. So, and it looks like we are the smaller the wrestler. I'm looking at the weights right here. Aurora barely cracked 15. Well, she was 116. So, pretty good assumption to say that Green River is the 120. But as JR said,
going for a headlock.
Oh!
Yep, and able to put her to her back. No, didn't give up the back points.
I don't think any back points, just a takedown. Is that right, JR?
Yep, takedown.
Great job, Aurora, for fighting off that, keeping her hips squared up. Says, I might give up that takedown, but
Pinedale's got her locked up in a cradle. And looking to tilt backwards. Colvin doing a good job of staying on her base. Able to separate the hands so that that's no longer rocked up in the cradle. Power half on by Pinedale. Now trying to crank that over on Colvin. Still hasn't given up any back points. Now we're going to get some swipes out of this. 2 back points or near falls. And Mr. Helm's going to keep on counting here, and that's going to be a fall.
Oh, that's where 5 pounds makes a difference.
Yep. So Josie Helm of Pinedale with a win over Aurora Colvin of Star Valley, and that is in the 115/120 weight class.
So 1-1, not a bad start for a Wranglers Lady Braves night, right? 6-6.
No, not at all.
If you're keeping score.
Yep, 6-6. So it's 6 points for a pin, 5 points for a technical fall, 4 points for a major decision, and 3 points for a minor decision. All right, we got one more match here before we do the parade of the seniors, if you will. We've got Haley Pattingale of Star Valley, and boy, I want to make sure I pronounce that name correctly. You want to give that one a shot?
It looks like Adelaide Malbof, but let's see what the announcer says.
Okay.
Of course, it's not like he has a Urim and Thummim either.
And this is the 140 weight class. Boy, I appreciate Duke Dance down on the mat with the camera a little bit closer. Makes the viewing a little bit better for you guys at home. That's great having that camera down on the mat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bird's eye view, so if I get something way off, you say, hey, because JR's sitting right by the big screen. He can see the big screen.
It's helpful when it comes to making some of these calls.
Yeah.
Plus, we're picking up the coaches in the background. We can see the emotion of the coaches and some of the teammates is with that angle of the camera.
Down in the coach's corner on the screen, you can see Coach Jeff Anderson, also Coach Kennington, which, well, they were on the screen. They're not now.
Haley able to go underneath, not going in on the legs, but able just to get around the back and cover the hips. That's going to be a 3-point takedown.
You bet. You know, the number one takedown in wrestling, we've seen Star Valley do it really good, is a go behind or a spin behind. Sometimes it's a climb behind, which means you actually take the waist as you go and use their body to pull your momentum around them. But sometimes you just act like you're going to go one direction and you change that, kind of a misdirection, spin the other way, their body becomes a pivot point as the quick wrestler just spins, and that's why it's called a spin behind or a go behind. And I was not watching. I was looking at the coaches.
Hard crossface by Pinedale. Borderline wound up on that one.
You can see that on the big screen, can't you? I didn't see it from the bird's eye view, but they're going to actually stall Pinedale, even though first round and Pinedale's behind. Old ref Helm says we need to have more action there. So stall on Pinedale, as Pinedale seems to be doing most of the work as we're down to the final 3 seconds in the first round.
All right, that'll do it for the first period. We'll head into the second period, 3-0 in favor of Pinedale of Star Valley. Looks like it is going to be Pinedale's choice. And she's going to defer to Star Valley. Pinedale will take top. All right, here we go, the third period. Well, Pinedale went straight to a cradle, reached over the top while your opponent was still in referee's position.
And that takes a lot of risk, a lot of heart, because you literally have to break your control hold.
And that's going to be a fall.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Look at that. Well, good for Hallie for being willing to take that risk. And, you see someone's knee getting close to their face, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
So currently with the JV matches, we've got a score of 12-6. That's one pin in favor of Pinedale and 2 pins in favor of Star Valley. We are going to transition away from those scores, so we'll bring those scores back up a little bit later in regards to the JVers. But currently that score is 12 Star Valley and 6 for Pinedale. And we will come back to a few of the JV matches after we have the varsity matches after the senior parade that we're going to have right now. So the crowd, this is why I love Star Valley. On a Tuesday night, yes, it's senior night, but the stands are full on a Tuesday night. Isn't that awesome?
It looks great. Fantastic. This is why you got to love a duel every now and again. We love tournaments. Sometimes it's hard to go and spend the 2 days, but on an evening, the commitment, we can come, we can all sit down and enjoy a duel where there's always going to be a Star Valley wrestler on the mat.
And, both programs have great support. I'm sure that we've got quite a few Pinedale fans here supporting their girls. And, we got the junior high team down here with Coach Patterson, all of their girls in their warm-ups. So that's awesome to have the junior high girls wrestling team. From what I understand, they've got 30 girls on the junior high wrestling team.
No kid.
And that is equal to or maybe even more than what they have on the high school team right now.
30.
Yeah, so next year there's going to be a nice little feed into the girls wrestling team next year. All right, we're going to go into senior night here. We're going to try and catch a little bit of the PA announcer where they're going to have the name of the parents and things of that nature. We just have the names of the wrestlers, but we do have 7 seniors that are going to be recognized tonight.
Tonight we will honor our seniors as they near the end of their career at Star Valley High School. It is with great pleasure that we bring to you our senior night program.
Not right now.
Our girls wrestling and their parents. And now presenting our girls wrestling team who are coached by Devin Goldring, Jeff Anderson, and Carmen Kennedy. Eliza England.
I believe she hurt her shoulder, and this year she just they sucked her into being the manager of the wrestling team this year. So Eliza England with her family walking across the mat there. All right, now we've got Vel Foreman and her family.
That's kind of neat. If folks, for those of you, I don't know if you can see the camera, but she's escorted by her entire family, but also the inaugural girls coaches of the Star Valley Lady Braves. We've got Jason Ivey down there. It looks like he's smiling for a great picture. And Zeke. So we got Coach Zeke, Coach Foreman, Coach Ivey all together again. Kind of a neat thing for them to invite to be part of Bell's. And by the way, they're all here because, folks, we're going to get this later should it happen, but Bell's 100th win could materialize this evening.
Wow. Okay, so we just had Cashley Hepworth coming across the mat.
I apologize.
You're okay. Cashley Hepworth and her family as a senior. Now we've got Keston Johnson and her family out on the mat right now.
Wow.
With their family coming through. And next we've got Kenna Merritt with her family.
Boy, did you notice that? Cashley, Kenna, Keston. Of course, Kenna was in between there, so yeah.
All right, we've got Addie Meisner.
Well, there's a change in the alphabet there.
Yep. And then our last one should be Hallie Robertson. So 7 seniors. That's a lot of seniors for a team this size, and they really have. Last week we had the opportunity to visit with Coach Waldron in regards to these girls and their leadership on the team, and they've really taken on a great role in mentoring some of these younger girls and really helping grow the program, grow the sport. And what a great opportunity for them to experience their senior year here at Star Valley High School, and they'll be moving on maybe to future wrestling. I would say at very least Vale's going to be moving on to some other wrestling and some other great opportunities in their lives. So, but it's been a great opportunity to have them here as part of the girls wrestling team here at Star Valley High School.
You know what's neat? I'm looking. I think every one of these seniors started the program. And you look at Cashley Hepworth. She's been there from the beginning. Look at Keston Johnson. She started from the beginning. Kenna Merritt was there from the get-go. Vel Foreman, of course, she was one of the few that actually was wrestling even before the inaugural year of the girls wrestling, which was just 2 years ago. I mean,
right.
We're only in our 3rd state championship, which is going to happen here in a couple of weeks. Star Valley's had 2 years, 2 and 3/4 years, right? This will be the 3rd at the end of February, 1st of March. We've only been in this 3 years, and to look at this Star Valley program, to have these seniors. So congratulations, Eliza England, Vel Foreman, Cashley Hepworth, Keston Johnson, Kenna Merritt, Addie Meisner, and Hallie Robertson. Hallie was another one who actually saw this coming, and she was wrestling, albeit with
the
boys.
junior high boys.
Trying to wrestle with girls when she can, of course, but there was a little vision.
That was a great rendition of the national anthem, and that was sung by Eliza England, one of the seniors that we just honored for the ladies wrestling team. As she won't be wrestling tonight, I believe. Like I said, she's one of the managers. But how cool for her to be able to sing the national anthem for the last senior night for her Lady Brave wrestlers, her teammates. All right, we're going to head right into the matches here. Let's see if they turn off the lights and lower the light. Yeah, there comes the light. One of the coolest atmospheres in all of sports is the light the lighted mat for the varsity duels, and I love it.
Yes.
I think it's one of the coolest things that you can experience in almost any sport is, having the stage to yourself, you and your opponent out there just going for bests out there. So starting off tonight, we're going to start in the 155 weight class, and that's going to be Lillian Anderson of Star Valley and Allie Goodsell of Pinedale.
Now, just a quick question. It looks like the refs are there. I'm not sure if we're going to do a shake-off, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, we've just had 3 matches by way of the JV. We're moving on to the varsity after we've recognized our seniors, and we are making history here tonight as Star Valley Lady Braves take on the Pinedale Wranglers in only our 2nd year ever of wrestling. Of course, it'll be three years after state this next couple weeks from now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to do a face-off or not. Pinedale standing up like they might. Oh, here comes our Lady Braves with the intimidation run. That's what I like to call it when they come running out of the tunnel there. That's fun.
Tell you what, we've got one heck of a team. If you're listening, if you haven't been following the Star Valley Lady Braves, we are the defending 2-time state champions in the all-state classifications of the girls wrestling. Now again, this is against Natrona, Kelly Walsh, Central, Cheyenne, all the big schools.
Yeah, it does look like we're going to do a face-off here.
It sure does.
Which is awesome. We got 14 weight classes.
Should we take these off and let the announcer take it, or do you think they can hear it?
I think we're going to let the PA announcer take this.
170 pounds, Mesa Landers of Pinedale, and Star Valley's Brooke Schwab. At 190 pounds, from Pinedale, Olivia Tanner. And from Star Valley, Stella Lynn. At heavyweight tonight, from Pinedale, Fatima Mara. And from Star Valley, Cashley Hepburn. At 100 pounds, from Pinedale, Maylee Snell. And from Star Valley, Constance Peterson. At 105 pounds, Mackenzie Mortensen of Pinedale. And Star Valley's Kenna Merritt. At 110 pounds, from Pinedale, Allison Rodriguez. And from Star Valley, Carly Angel. At 115 pounds, from Pinedale, Kaylee Mortensen. And from Star Valley, Hallie Robertson. At 120 pounds, Eve Shivers of Pinedale. And Star Valley's Kristen Johnson. At 125 pounds, from Pinedale, Sarah Helm. And from Star Valley, Paisley Harbaugh. At 130 pounds, from Pinedale, Samantha Brannan. And from Star Valley, Oakley Edwards. At 135 pounds, from Pinedale, Brooklyn Masters. And from Star Valley, Remy Allman. At 140 pounds, from Pinedale, Alexis Thompson. And from Star Valley, Kara Andrews. Our final match of the night at 145 pounds, from Pinedale, Hadley Francis. And from Star Valley, Val Foreman. Your official for tonight is Cole Helen. Cole is a registered official by the Wyoming High School Activities Association, and like the coaches, is here to help the athletes learn on the He has worked hard to learn the rules and how to apply them fairly. We request your respect in his honest efforts in administering this contest tonight. We also want to thank Star Valley Health Therapy Service for providing the...
All right, so there's our face-off for us. We've got some great matches that are going to be coming up tonight. Blake and I were going through some of the Ronthon results and some of the state rankings, some of which we'll mention as we're going through the matches here, but we've got a high-powered lineup both for Pinedale and for Star Valley tonight. We're going to go out for the coin toss. Now, the coin toss in wrestling is a little bit different than the coin toss in football. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Blake, but it's for whoever gets to pick first. Is that correct? The matches alternate.
Yep, they'll be. Sorry, okay, they said the first time in Star Valley history. Did you catch that? I missed it on the announcement.
I'm sorry, I missed that as well.
I think they're giving more of a speech right now. Yes. Looks like Star Valley's going to win the toss.
And so they'll, instead of choosing like heads or tail, well, I mean, they'll choose red or green, but then it's odds or evens, right, on the matches that they'll choose.
I couldn't tell what we selected there, but we did select. Oh, sorry. I thought it was too loud. Is that better? Not loud enough?
Nope, you're good there, Blake.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so let's get it started off here. We're going to start in the 155 weight class, as I mentioned earlier, with Lillian Anderson and Allie Goodsell of Pinedale. Should we get some good matches? How are we looking? Did we have any rankings? Or
we do. Lillian is actually ranked number 5 in the state at 155 pounds. Allie may be there. I don't see it on my immediate. Well, let's look at the rankings here. It's at another page, isn't it?
Well, let's see. I've got that pulled up.
And folks, some of these weights are a little different than if they're ranked at a certain weight. Today, to fill certain positions, you'll note that some wrestlers are wrestling up or down. And so when we say, hey, they're ranked number 1 here, that's at their normal weight they wrestle at.
Lillian able to get behind and able to do a takedown. What have we got? We give a 3-point takedown, but they're going to also call it a dangerous and award 1 point.
Well, now she may have lost the arm. I didn't see that, but she threw a great throw. It wasn't illegal because we still got the points. But what I'm guessing
well, but they gave a 1 point for the other team as well.
But
so
if you lose the arm
after
the initiation of the move, you can still get it. If you legally threw it, actually the other opponent was the one throwing the headlock on. Pinedale was, and Star Valley initiated it by lifting and returning. So I'm not exactly sure. Looks like they're not exactly sure either. So there's a little bit of a
lady wrestlers don't seem to be all that upset about it. They're down there laughing and talking about it.
Let's wrestle here. Either way, if it stands, Star Valley's going to lead this one 3-1.
Oh, they're going to take away the penalty point.
Okay, all right. Maybe what they thought, wait a minute, they're going 0 to, okay. Folks, we apologize, but we're going to go back 1-0 in favor of Star Valley for the illegal throw, which was probably due to losing the arm. When you throw the headlock, you do have to have an arm between the head. They call it a head and an arm. Whether you call it the Cowboy Smith lock.
Nice single leg, waited in on that.
Ooh, sucks it back, almost brings it up to a shelf position, changes off to 2. There's the head pressure. Oh,
nice. 3-point takedown for Lillian Anderson. Goes straight into the power half. Transitions off just to her regular half.
She's going for almost a cradle, looks like there, doesn't it?
Yep, she posted behind that knee. Now she's cranking that head down to the knee. Her opponent reaches back and grabs the arm or the head. That's not necessarily a good move in that situation, right?
It broke the position. I think that's what Pinedale was after. She's going right back to it, though. Now she's got that cradle. This time she's knee to the head, but I think Pinedale's not really bending that that direction. So she may change this off.
She's got a hard half on right now.
Yeah, she's got a half. Needs to go to the near leg dump.
Yep.
She slips
going back
to that
cradle. Yep.
And I'm not so
sure. Opponent reaches back, grabs that head, and Lillian able to clear that.
We're down about 25 seconds to remain in the first round as Star Valley leads this 4-0 in favor of Lillian Anderson. Once again, she is the number 5 ranked wrestler in the state across all classification. Her opponent, Allie Goodsell of Pinedale. We're not sure about the rankings there, but Allie Goodsell is the Pinedale opponent.
Lillian looking for a cradle. She's got it locked up. Oh, not anymore. Her opponent reaches back and grabs that head again. And that's going to end the first period. Score of 4-0 in favor of Lillian Anderson of Star Valley over Allie Goodsell of Pinedale. Looks like it's going to be
probably neutral. Yep.
Yep, going to start neutral. So was that Star Valley's choice, I'm assuming?
It was.
Okay.
And I think that was a safe bet. You know, she safely took her opponent down both times. One was not awarded due to the technical violation.
And on a single leg, sucking that in. Pinedale trying to get back around back, though.
Yeah, Pinedale did some good moves. There, refs in the way.
Oh, into a kill catcher.
Wow.
Put it right back to her back.
Turn of events here.
Lillian now fighting off her back. Her opponent getting a couple of near fall points out of this. She's got her 4 near fall.
She's got that far arm bar in there too, and she's around the throat. You can't see that arm, but she actually has that arm also laced, and so it's really hard to belly out here.
Going to transition off.
It can be done, and she's
almost into a honeymooner. She's elevating that head now.
Now we got to be careful. She cannot turn Lily's chin. If she does that, hopefully.
Oh, Lillian doing a great job of stepping through that.
Very good.
That's going to make the score currently 7-4 in favor of Goodsell of Pinedale.
Well, great wrestling from Pinedale. I mean, boy, she really was aggressive. Took advantage of some back points there and her takedown of her own.
Goodsell's got an ankle right now. Able to flatten out Anderson on the mat.
Lily can keep her elbow down. Feel that half coming.
Oh, she's in a good fireman's position if she can grab that arm. I think she's got, the leg. She does.
Oh, darn
yeah.
it. And
Pinedale able to use that leverage.
Yet. She's got her legs in. So if you look at that leg, folks, that's not a figure 4 or anything, but we call that crossbody ride. And even though she's only got a quarter hook in there, that leg ride makes it really hard for us to kind of belly out there. You can see her hips are caught under the heels.
Oh, 6 seconds left in the match, and Lillian Anderson's going to get pinned by Allie Goodsell of Pinedale. Well-fought match, though.
You bet.
Back and forth in the score.
You bet. Oh, congratulations.
All right, so that's the first match. That's going to make the team scores 6 in favor of Pinedale and Star Valley 0 as we're heading into the second match here. We are going to look at your walk-up music. We got Who Let the Dogs Out.
Everybody got to put a song in. So this is Brooks.
So Brooks in the 170 weight class, Brooks Schwab of Star Valley, and Mesa Landers of Pinedale. Boy, Brooke looked really good over at the Ronthon this last week. Fought through a lot of matches. Her opponent going for a headlock. Brooke able to step over the hips and force into a takedown instead.
Pinedale's been trying some throws lately.
Oh, right into a tilt.
Yes.
No swipes, I don't think, though.
Schwab, number 4 ranked wrestler across all classification. So another good ranking there. Brooke Schwab. Oh, you see that great just sitting.
2-on-1 sit return. It was good.
One thing about Brooke is she is always hunting. She never stops the action. She's always, I mean, you look at Ponytail, it's just going to swing around like a whip because she moves. She's always shifting hips, moving over, chain wrestling at its finest.
Pinedale doing a good job of getting right back to her knees every single time that Brooke takes her down.
Yep, there's back points there, though. I think we at least got 2.
Yep, and she's going to get her 4 and possibly a pin out of this.
That's a long time to fight.
Oh, yeah, and hey, that's a great angle from the camera. You can see that Brooks' arm was underneath her opponent, had that elbow trapped and grabbed. There was very little chance of her opponent being able to get out of that. So a great win by Brooke Schwab here on senior night. And that's going to make the team score 12-0 in favor of Star Valley.
Well, no, we give up 1.
Oh, did we?
Yep, so that should be 6-6.
Excuse me. Yep, 6-6. I apologize. You're correct.
Great job, Brooke. Who do we have now? Looks like, is this Stella Lind?
Yep, we've got
and
Stella
Olivia
Lind.
Tanner.
Yep. And this is in the 190 weight class. We knew this was going to be a great duel back and forth tonight. Couldn't have asked for any better of one for senior night.
Yes. You know, I just back to Brooke for a moment. Did you see her smiling, getting up, and just grinning, and how she looked at the ref, looking and grinned at him, and you know she's got a great attitude. So Stella Lind, Olivia Tanner from Pinedale, Lind, Star Valley. Third match of the night as we are tied up in knots by way of team scores, 6-6.
Looking for a headlock is Pinedale. She's got that front headlock on.
Oh,
now looking for
scary.
the cow catcher is going to go.
That's scary right there.
Oh, she was able to clear it though, but Pinedale's going to climb behind and get a three-point takedown here.
Stella did a good job staying square and
crossface. Pinedale looking for a barbed wire underneath. Well, she got the hard crossface on, and now she's looking for an ankle. Lind able to clear that crossface. Went to sit out. Her opponent was able to catch her and put her back down to the mat.
Turns and faces her. She's got an opportunity there to suck that leg up. Actually, even escape. Pinedale does a good job spinning back behind and breaking that lock off of her leg. We're down about 29 seconds remaining in this first period. Star Valley trails this 3-0 in favor of Pinedale.
Pinedale's got a half on, now elevating that ankle. Lind able to clear that half.
10 seconds left. Towel tappers on the mat.
Pinedale's got a wrist underneath, trying to dig that out for a bar.
Now, if we get the draw here, I think Stella might need to be back on top or at neutral. Pinedale's pretty aggressive on top. She's proved to not only ride out the entire round, but she almost got a couple of turns. So, yeah,
she's going to take up. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, I think I'll go up. So,
a lot of headlocks. We're seeing a lot of headlocks tonight from Pinedale.
Yeah, Pinedale come ready to throw, didn't they?
Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a very different style from what Star Valley typically wrestles.
Now she's got her arm in front. She's got to be careful because her opponent is up on her base. If she can ride heavy, she can maybe connect it, but the best thing may be to come back and get on a tight waist and a near wrist, whether that's an arm bar or a 2-on-1. But now that she's broke down, now we like that crossface. She's still got the crossface on. She can potentially gets a suck back there, but Pinedale does have one leg up. Now there's an opportunity for a cradle. Not sure if Stella wants to take that, but we're going to get a suck back and almost get some back points as we burn out 35 seconds in this second round. Now there's another when their arm goes down to a forearm like that right there. Now that's an opportunity to cradle.
And she got it. She got the cradle hooked up and straight to the back.
And we're going to get a fall here, folks. I got a feeling. And there,
She got some 4 near fall points out of it, though.
We did get all 4?
Yep, we did.
Okay.
So that's going to make it 4-3 in favor of Lind.
Moves her in the lead.
She got a crossface on, and now she's putting that leverage over.
And there's the pin.
Hey, there's the pin. It's a great pin for Stella Lind on senior night.
You bet. Congratulations.
All right, that's going to move our score. Let's see here. So that was the third match, and so we've got
12
pins all the way. So it's going to be 12-6 in favor of Star Valley. Nice win for Stella Lind. All right, now we got coming up in the 235 weight class, we've got Cashley Hepworth and Fatima. Boy, how did we decide that we were going to say that?
Maida or Mata? You pick.
Fatima. Boy, the first name.
Fatima.
Fatima, I'm sorry. Fatima, yes, that's what we had discussed earlier. So Fatima Mata, I believe.
Yes. Now, folks, this is a rematch of the Ron Thon for the Consolation Championships. Cashley Hepworth and Fatima were in for third and fourth. Star Valley did come up short on that one, so Pinedale did take that Consolation Championship with Cashley taking the fourth place medal. So this is going to be a tight match here. We've burned out 20 seconds, neither opponent able to score, but Cashley clearly putting the pressure on Pinedale. as she's backing out. Could nearly, maybe even advance a stall call there as she's still backing.
Cashley in on a single leg, unable to get there. Opponent comes out on top.
That was good wrestling by Fatima.
Falls right into a crossface. Cashley now fighting off bottom. Able to clear that crossface. Up to a base.
Nice tuck and roll.
Yes.
Almost gets it, but she gets caught on the roll side of it. Fatima must have felt that coming, but that was a good tuck and roll.
Now she's got a power half on.
Yes, she does. Cassie's kind of being a mousetrap. Got that. She's got to be careful not to get a stall of her own. There she goes. She's fighting up now.
Up to her elbows, now up to her knees.
Those refs will watch that as long as you keep your elbows clamped in and you're on the belly, head up. They will actually give you a stall call. But I tell you what, you'd rather take that than let someone's arm get there in the power half when you're broke down. So Ashley's a smart wrestler, one of our seniors, recognized tonight. State placer. Ranked number 4 with Pinedale right there ahead of her at ranked number 3. So this is the number 3 and number 4 wrestlers at our 235 category going at it tonight.
Cash has got to be careful here. She's got her elbows tucked in and her head down on the mat. That is usually going to be a stall. There we go.
Yep. Ref Helm does give that stall. We're down to final 4 seconds.
So with the stall, you do get 1 warning stall, but the second time you do it, it's going to cost you a point. And then I believe you get called for it a third time, it costs you 2 points, right?
And then a disqualification.
And then a disqualification.
Yeah.
High school, they're a little bit slower to call the stalling. Man, in college, you step out of bounds, and if it looks like you're fleeing in any way, shape, or form, they hit you with a stall.
Yeah, yep. Like I said, that Cassie should actually have a stall in her favor. She was taking shots. Pinedale backed out several times. Usually early on in the match, though, the refs give a little bit of leniency there.
Oh, yeah, especially early on. Starting the second period, score 3-0 in favor of Pinedale. And Cashley will start out on top.
Pinedale brings that far leg up. Cassius switches sides, stays on the tight. I think she needs to stay on that tight waist hard and go for and keep chopping. There's the arm bar, though. Oh, keep that arm behind. Keep that arm behind.
Run it around. Okay. Oh, her opponent able to make her way up to her feet.
That's going to be a reversal in favor of Pinedale.
And now she's got an arm hooked, and she's going to run up around the head and put that weight right on the chest. That's going to be pretty tight for Cashley.
We're out of real estate here. We are on the line, but again, folks, that new rule, both of you have to be out. You can even have your shoulders out and still get pinned. So
Cashley's going to fall by a pin to her opponent, Fatima Mata of Pinedale. That will not be the last time that those two are going to see each other, I don't think.
I think those rankings will probably stay the same, number 3 and number 4. Now, folks, that's not it, even though that was our top weight. Just so you know, we'll flip a coin. Now we're going to start with the opposite end of the spectrum. We're going to the tinies. So this is all of 100 pounds. I'm not sure if Constance even makes 100 pounds. I'll have to look at it. But 100-pound weight class. Normally, Carly Angel has been wrestling here. She got a little bit sick, was not able to make 100, so she couldn't be 105 because that spot's taken by senior Kenna Merritt. So Carly is going to be up 110. But what a great opportunity to give Constance some more of that varsity time and to represent Star Valley. Now they're actually going to. Now is this one that didn't make?
I'm not sure. We had a match scheduled. Okay. I think
we're still going to wrestle it.
Okay, so we were told that a couple of wrestlers missed the weight, and so there was going to be some exhibition matches.
Oh, it was. So this is Snell, Coach Snell's daughter. Great young lady. Unfortunately, the weight was not on her side. She does have to give it up by forfeit. So Constance Peterson will take the score, but we're still going to wrestle.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I mean, they came down here, and it's senior night. Let's wrestle.
Yep. So, again, this is Constance Peterson from Star Valley versus Maylee Snell of Pinedale.
We go into this match all tied up on the team scores 12-12.
That's right.
Been some good back and forth, and we're going to see that lead change for the team change back and forth a couple of different times here. So we've got Constance Peterson of Star Valley and Malia Snell of Pinedale.
I think it's Maley.
Maley.
We don't want to offend anybody out there. We know this is one of the, Coach John Snell and I wrestled in high school. Great competitor. I was just looking at some old home videos, and we were looking at some podium stuff. And Coach Snell, what a great coach to have for Pinedale. I tell you, he is an awesome individual, outstanding leader, great person, not just in coaching, just a great person. But Coach Snell's daughter here representing 100 pounds for Pinedale girls, so pretty neat. We'll see if I guess the camera's not going to show the coach, but folks, if you're not seeing, Coach is on the mat. So Coach Snell is not in the chair. He is literally on the mat, knelt down. Oh, there you go.
There we go, on the upper right-hand side there.
But I don't see a chair over there. Do you see a chair?
No.
Did we not give our
well, the whole team's got a chair. The whole team has a bench. We're good. There's Coach Snell.
Well, our visiting coaches, he says, I'm young enough, I'll kneel.
We're shoulder to shoulder here. Constance got an arm over the head. Both of them do.
Anyone's call. Oh, and it's going to go Pinedale. That was good wrestling by Pinedale. Good wrestling by Star Valley. It could have went either direction.
Pinedale's trying to lock that arm up. Doesn't have an arm bar per se, but they had that arm trapped. Was looking for some back points. Constance able to get up to a base, now up to a leg.
Gotta be careful there.
Pinedale's got an arm bar now.
Left.
There we go. So we're going to go in the second period, 3-0 in favor of Pinedale at this point in time. When they get shoulder to shoulder there and they both have the head, it is really just a matter of, my nephew used to say high head wins on that. And not exactly sure, we're not being a wrestler, as to what that means, but, you just got to keep on wrestling and through that, because when you're shoulder to shoulder like that, it's really anyone's ball game.
See, and I wasn't looking at the camera, couldn't tell who had the wizard on and who had but yeah, you're right. You want to, the counter, here we go. We're starting with Star Valley down, Pinedale on top, so not a change of position from the first round. I'm not sure who chose that. I was yakking. Did we choose down, JR?
I'm not sure on that.
Constance doing a good job of turning, trying to face Maley. Maley's keeping covered, got a half on, and she drops her chest.
He's going to stack her up.
I think that half is pretty, well, no, I think,
she just got that arm trapped.
Flexible.
Oh, yeah, that's in a bad place.
Potentially dangerous, and that's a smart move. Smart call by Ref Helm. Dad giving Maley a little bit of instruction, or Maley, excuse me. Snell goes back on top. Peterson on the bottom. We've used 30 seconds of the second round as Star Valley trails this 3-0.
She got that half on and just running around.
Maley's pretty hard on that half, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she is. She's had that arm trapped up there.
She's hunting it.
Now she's going to scoop up that arm on the left-hand side. Back to her wrist.
She's got her a little high there.
Constance, there we go.
Nice.
Good escape. That's going to make the score 3-1 in favor of Pinedale at this point.
Constance had that look like, all right, this is where I wanted to be about 3 minutes ago, so let's get this done. Great fight off the bottom, though. That narrows it up. 2-point deficit. Star Valley trails by 2. And a good single leg shot, and it's going to work. As Peterson now takes the lead by 1, 4-3, with a 3-point takedown of her own.
She got a half on.
It's almost like she said, let me show you how that feels.
Pinedale's got a hold of.
Oh!
Yeah.
She snuck in a double, and that's going to be a full Nelson. That's going to tie us back up.
That's going to tie it back up, yep. In that full Nelson, usually when you're getting called at this, especially with the boys, but sometimes with the girls, it's not intentional. You've got the half on.
No.
And if your hand sneaks underneath their arm and touches your hand or any part of the neck or head, it is a full Nelson, and they will ding you for an illegal move there. Constance fighting on top. She's trying to dig out those arms. All right, we're going to go into the third period. We're going to start it all over again because it's 4-4, tied up. And it's going to be Star Valley's choice.
Yep.
So she'll probably choose. Oh,
you know, if
she should
me,
top.
I'm going neutral, she did. She went top.
Wow.
Now, she did get away, but like I said, with girls going into the third round, that is the hardest time to get away. But she did prove that she could do it. But Snell had that really good half, and I don't blame her for not wanting to get tied up there much. But I didn't see if the coach helped her with that choice, but.
Constance in on a
She got it quick.
half.
She got it quick.
Now she's looking to lock up a cradle.
I think she's staying on that half, JR, on this side, or the near side half.
Yeah, she does have that half in deep. Now she's
Now
going to
she's
jump
gotta
sides.
Watch that. Like JR was saying, these girl wrestlers, sometimes they go to switch a little quick and they sneak a hand in there and it becomes illegal. You don't even have to connect. You get two hands under the pits, anywhere near the head, they're going to call a full Nelson. Now we're going JR, are we looking cradle?
You know, she doesn't have a crossface on, so it's hard to say that she's looking for. Oh, yeah.
Belly dump.
Yeah, she didn't have the crossface on,
Okay.
and so Pinedale was able to elevate, get her shoulders up, and was able to pendulum that weight back down to the mat and get that reversal. That's going to make the score 6-4. Constance has got to get up here and get a takedown.
Now, had she chose down, could she get up? Well, here's the proof right here. Can she get away or get a reversal? And we need it. We get a reversal, we tie this up, folks. Constance gets an escape. We trail by 1.
Now, Pinedale's got that chicken wing armbar in on the left-hand side. She's looking for a wrist. Constance not going to give it to her. Oh, she does have it now. She's got to be careful as Snell of Pinedale starts to run up and around the head. That's going to force the shoulders over the head.
We're down to 22 seconds remaining as Star Valley.
Constance up to a leg. Let's see if she can stand up here.
15 seconds.
Snell's just got that armbar locked in.
And we're down to 10 seconds. Towel tapper's out, but she looks a little bit more free, except for that arm. That arm is definitely. There we go. She's going to turn into her, going to Granby.
And she's got to cover it, though.
Right there. There's a reversal and points.
Oh, near fall. She's going to come away with the win here.
We are going to take this match. Star Valley does it awesome.
She's going to get 3 near fall points out of that.
That was impressive.
And the reversal. So she ends up winning that match with less than 10 seconds left.
9-6 as Maylee just says, what in the world just happened? You can't blame her. Wow. Great wrestling from both opponents.
Yes.
Fantastic job, but that Peterson almost like a Granby roll. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Great view by Duke Dance down there on the.
Wow.
Didn't have a leg hooked for a Granby, but it was very similar to a Granby move there.
There's no rules that says you need the leg.
Yep.
You can take, anyway, great job, great match.
So that'll be a minor decision for Star Valley. That's going to give them 3 points. That's going to make the score 18-12 in favor of Star Valley. Now we've got up currently in the 105 weight class, Kenna Merritt of Star Valley and Mackenzie Mortensen of Pinedale. This is going to be a great match.
Mackenzie Mortensen, defending 2-time state champion and ranked number 2, has been number 1 for the last 2 years, but she did give up a loss to Rock Springs at the Ronthon. So Mortensen ranked number 2 and Star Valley ranked number 7. I think that's a little low for Kenna. I think she's proven to be there with the best, but we don't do the rankings. 35 seconds expired, 0-0 in this number 7 and number 2 matchup. Mortensen against Merritt.
Well, we've got 2 Mortensens wrestling tonight, don't we? They're sisters.
They are. Now, I didn't see the other Mortensen on the Raw. I think
Yep,
Rodriguez.
she's just down a couple. Kaylee Mortensen, she's going to be wrestling against Hallie Robertson, excuse me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, they are both here. Yeah, they're twins, and they have relations right here in Star Valley. So the Mortensens both returning state champions.
Mortensen in on a
2.
leg.
Kenna did a good job there. Almost was it.
Oh, nice wizard. Get it out.
She's got that
Good
arm.
job.
You bet. Goes into a
now
shot of her own.
There we go.
If she can suck that keep her hips underneath, and she's still driving. Mortensen puts her in front headlock and goes to her back. Doggone it. Kenna had a great fight there, but Mortensen proves to be pretty lethal there in that front headlock position.
And Mortensen's got that leg laced on. And elevating that leg, that's going to make it really hard for Kenna to get out of that pinning sequence there.
We've got 10
oh,
seconds.
Good roll.
She shifts her
Hey,
hips.
she's going to get out of it.
She sure is. Great move, and she's got her high.
Good
she's
job.
Come out the back door. Get 2 points.
She's going to get reversal out of that. Wow, what great effort by Kenna Merritt. Coming off of her back there, able to sneak out the back door, and that's going to be 2-7 going into the second period now.
Yeah, not only did we not get a fall, which is really close, but she says, I'm going to get some points out of this.
Green River's decision, they defer. It's going to go over to Kenna. And Kenna is down.
We got the ref telling Star Valley Lady Braves to not have so much spirit. I think that's kind of odd, but maybe he's telling them to cheer louder. I don't know.
I don't think he wants any of the players in front of the seats on the floor is what it looks like to me.
He says, guys, it's going to get rough, and we don't want to heal in somebody's teeth. All right, Ken on the bottom, Mortensen on the top. Kenna does it quick, comes up. She's got to be careful there. She hits into her.
Nice.
Almost. She's still
Get her leg out of there.
There she gets up to her feet. We're going to there Rafe says, I told you shouldn't be hanging out there. Had a feeling that Kenna was going to get a little wild. All right, Kenna's got the look. She says, hey, I'm here to wrestle. I don't care about the rankings and who you are. I'm here to wrestle. She's reaching up for that almost of a Granby roll of her own. Notice how she takes that elbow. Now she's going to try to peel off that tight waist. Mortensen has a very good tight waist on. Kenna does have fingers, folks. That's the first step of getting sealed off for a stand-up. She's got to get that elbow down hard, though, because she's in a half.
I don't think she's given up any near falls yet. There's no angle there.
No, but
that cannot be comfortable.
No.
Kenna's going to step over that leg and scoop it. See if that might be able to help give her a little leverage. Oh, now we're going to get some near fall points out of it.
There's points there.
It's pretty tight. Kenna's doing a great job of fighting off her back, though.
She is, and we're down about a minute remaining in this second round. That's a long time to fight.
Oh, and able to flip her hips over the top.
She changes off to a bar and a half. Now, folks, if you're watching saying, ouch, you're right. That is a tough, tight move.
And elevating the leg there.
That's going to work to our favor, though. If she can keep that and keep her hips twisted towards us. We're down to 36 seconds left. Can Kenna keep fighting off her back? She's running a little bit out of air, but she's doing such a good job of fighting and keeping her hips twisted. You know, this girl's wrestling teaches you, just like the Marines, to be in bad positions and be able to think rationally. Not panic, not yell. And she is thinking good there, but
13 seconds left.
And Mortensen steps over with one. We're down to the final 9 seconds. I think we're going to go into 3 rounds here, JR.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, Kenna's been fighting off her back for almost a minute. Wow. She's been on the back.
I don't want her back down again,
Nope.
I'll tell you what.
No, Mortensen's great when she's on top
look
there.
Look at that. Her hands asleep. Her fingers have no circulation. And Mortensen's choice. Mortensen's going to go top. Darn it, and that's what we just said. We don't want to see that again, but I think Mortensen said, I like that.
Quick stand-up or maybe a sit switch.
You know, Kenneth's strong on the bottom, though.
Score currently 7-2. Oh, excuse me, 11-2 now.
They needed to put up that near fall. Goes right into a half, and she can do a tuck and roll right there because that's the best time to do that when you're up on your base.
She's got the half on in deep, and Kenna's gonna, great bridge. Look at that bridge.
Yeah, that one. We need a picture of that one for SBI Media.
Man,
that bridge.
Way to bridge over, nice. Kick over the top.
She's got that elbow kinked, and she's going to get an escape here.
That should be a stalling. That's the second time that's happened, and that's exactly what ref gives them.
Was a warning.
So when they get out on the edge of the mat there and they can feel that they're losing control, sometimes the wrestler in control will shove their opponent off the mat to not lose the point, and that happens a couple of different times. Usually let it go once. The second time they're going to call a stall on that.
Now we can't give up 2 more points or it'll be a tech fall. So we're at 15-2, and she knows that half is coming. She knows that half. She's got to be ready for that. Hit the tuck and roll. There it is. She can even tuck that. That claw ride is a great time to tuck and roll it. And she's pinched down on it. She's got it pinched down, but Mortensen does a good job of covering those hips. And she's trying to sneak a far half in, and she does.
She's got those legs.
Kenna does a good job of Okay, there's no half. She's just doing a power. She's trying to do a power half. All right, there's the time. Catch some of that, Kenna. Get some mousetrap going. Rip that off. Pitch
1 minute
down.
left in the third period here. Kenna trailing 2-15. But, man, this has been a gutsy match by Kenna. Fighting off bottom.
Yeah, she's done a fantastic. She's up. If she can get the seal first, if she can catch fingers and kind of keep that elbow sealed off, she'll get away. Down to 40 seconds left. Mortensen, obviously a very good rider. And
transitions off to a half there.
no points yet. No count yet. We're down to 30 seconds. And nothing yet. If she can reach up and block that knee with that arm, and I think we're going to start getting points here. It's almost impossible.
There's one swipe. Only one.
Yep, we're down to
no
about
points.
15 seconds.
Never released that
Tuck
move.
and roll right there. Tuck and roll, Kenna. You got this. Got to be. Boy, what a great
Back
match
to a hard
Kenna's
crossface,
doing.
straight back to the mat. Kenna
And
able to
Kenna's
roll through
gonna
that.
get
She's
her
going to get
point.
escape.
There it is right there as we get 2 seconds left. And that's got to be an escape. Come on. Oh, man, I thought
Man,
there was
I thought there was
contact
enough.
there.
So Kenna's going to follow on in this match 2-15. But, man, what a hard-fought match for the
She gave
senior
her a
Kenna.
bloody
That
nose.
was
I think that was her goal, wasn't it? Give her, as long as I give the number one wrestler, actually number two today, a bloody nose. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
you know what? Seeing what we just saw there, Mortensen's going to be a tough opponent at state.
Yeah,
She's going to be shooting for a state championship.
Yeah, well, she's won it the last 2 years, so this will be her three-peat if she does. All right, we got Carly Angel wrestling up a couple of bouts. Now, folks, this is another one of those matches. Rodriguez, let me get the name here.
Yep, Allison Rodriguez.
Rodriguez was not able to make the weight. If you notice that Carly has been 100, you're right, and this is 110. But we're still going to wrestle. So Rodriguez didn't make weight. You had to weigh in at 112 today, and I'm not sure what she weighed in at, but she is bigger than Carly. Carly ate a full-size burrito and still come in at 107. But easily could have made 105, but we already had our varsity wrestler there. So here we have Carly Angel from Star Valley wrestling Rodriguez of Pinedale. Carly coming off a strong consolation championship at the Ron Thon at 100 pounds. She won 5 matches in a row. She lost one match in the semis by 1 point. Dropped her down to the consolation. She was able to fight back. In her finals match for the consolation championship, she defeated her opponent 13-2, making it a major decision. So they did put Carly at the number 3 position in the state, but not at this weight. So, if that makes sense. So she's wrestling up. There's a nice little climb the rope to a takedown, to a double leg, and this is where that weight.
Drive, and they're going to go out of bounds. No
weight
points.
is going to be hard as her opponent does a good job keeping hips on her. And that little sprawl, Carly's got a little extra weight to pick up, but she can do it. I like sweep singles when you're wrestling up a weight, Just don't get underneath your opponents.
Yep, the corner singles. Get around the side of them.
Good corner, good sweeps. Now, you'll watch Carly with that hand control. She's got hands now. She's going to shoot.
Yep,
and there it is right there. There it is. And she's driving. She's just got to keep on doing a football blast. Keep on driving. Keep driving, Carly.
Not on the edge of the mat.
And her opponent says, I'm going to try to tie this up.
Yeah, but they're just going to move on out of bounds.
So when you get caught like that, the best thing you can do is just keep driving. Almost turned into a blast double. So Carly's sticking with that double wrist throw and a double leg. And like I said, I'd be changing off to a sweep. There's a sweep there. Not quite a sweep, but almost. Just a good single. And she's going to lock her elbow. If you watch, she's going to lock her elbow around the other side of the calf. Pinedale doing a good job of that
Back
front
to a
headlock,
double.
though. That front headlock can go any direction here, folks.
Yep.
If Carly can elevate her head and
She
get
transitions
leverage
off to
into
one
her,
leg. Now she's trying to elevate that leg. Not going to get there before they get out of bounds.
I'd say Carly's doing all the shooting here, though. I'd almost say,
I would agree.
Let's let Rodriguez shoot because that weight difference is making it hard to finish. We're down to 6 seconds left. There it is. Oh, and we're going to take a high. Oh, was a sweep. She's going to get behind there, and we're going to run out of time.
All right, going into the second period, 0-0. We got Carly Angel here against Allison Rodriguez of Pinedale. Pinedale is going to take choice, and she's going to take top.
I had a feeling she was going to do that.
Yeah.
Why not? If you're heavier,
So let's see what Carly goes to right off the whistle here.
Seal off stand up. And there she is right there. Almost had it sealed off. Rodriguez covers. Good.
Back up to her feet. Oh,
yep. Carly's got to get the other hand too, not just the one. Now Rodriguez is on an ankle there. I think she's still on the ankle, isn't she?
Yes, she does. She's got her foot.
And it's the inside, the far ankle.
There we go. Carly up to her feet. Separate those hands. Come on now. There we go.
Twist and shout. Strikes first to put 1 point on the board. Carly Angel leads this 1-0 against Rodriguez. And
in on a
takedown
leg.
of her own.
Nice.
And
put her right to her back.
Almost gets back points. She needs a whizzer right there. Whizzer, Carly. Whizzer. Whizzer! And I think she's going to get a reversal here. Pinedale going to get the reversal as Carly was able to get a takedown first, though.
Makes the score 4-2 in favor of Carly.
Yep, she's out again. She's got both hands.
Separate those hands and turn. There we go.
We're back in this match. We've given up a reversal, and 5-2. There we go. There's another great sweep. She's going to lock this one up, and she's getting
Get around that corner. Keep going, Carly. Get around that corner.
If she can get her head. There it is. She's pivoted up. 36 seconds left. Can she get her elbow wrapped around that calf?
She's got it. She's got her. She almost had it around that foot.
She's got to get that elbow around the calf to that ankle, and she's almost there.
Cover up that leg. There we go. She's got that leg covered up, and now she's got it.
Excellent wrestling. Notice how she climbed the waist on that. She deserted the legs, came up the waist, and that gave that takedown to Carly. So the score now is 8-2 in favor of Star Valley. She's got a hammerlock on. Arms behind the back. She's got lots of weight. Watch this, JR. We got to call this.
I think we're going to run out of time.
It's a cowboy scoop. Here it is. And she's, you're right. We ran out of time.
All right. Well, that's still a great score. I mean, Carly, what a nice little flurry there at the end. We're going to go into the third period, 8-2 in favor of Carly.
I'd like to seen that cowboy scoop come on. I don't think she knew that she only had a few seconds. She probably would have shot the hammerlock on.
And it looked like it was Carly's choice, and I think she's going to take top.
She looked a little tired. She look tired? She's like, I'm not used to wrestling over 102 pounds. All right, score 8-2. Need to stay behind. Pinedale does a good job twisting and shouting those hips. Yeah, I think Carly's got a cross wrist on there. Can you see, JR? She got a cross wrist
I
on?
can't see from this angle here.
Does.
Yep, she does.
Hunting a Delta ride. And she's going to go. Now, this is another simulation of that scoop. She's got to be careful to keep that cross wrist on. Now
she's got a 2-on-1.
Cross-body ride. She cross-faces.
Nice cross-face.
And there's points right there. Almost. Rodriguez does a good job of flurrying out of it. She pancakes the other side. Carly, don't step over. Carly, don't step over. Oh, shoot. Oh, darn. And she's got to twist and shout. Get your arm through, Carly. Thread the needle. If she can thread that arm through.
Oh, she's doing a good job. She almost had her hand through there.
Boy, it's going to be a long time to stay off your back, JR. Long time to give up the weight, too.
It's going to be a pin.
8-2 lead, and she
Man, back and forth on that one. Carly had the command of the match.
You know, that's just the good saying, stay in good position.
Yep.
And Carly, you know, she got high there, and then she stepped up, kind of went hip to hip, and Rodriguez took advantage of that, so.
Good win by Rodriguez. Oh, yeah, great match. But this is what we signed up for tonight. We got some great matches. Both teams bringing some great wrestlers in tonight. We've got now in the 115 weight class, we've got Hallie Robertson against Kaylee Mortensen. So this is the other Mortensen sister that we were talking about. And if she's as tough as her sister, this is going to be a great match between her and Hallie.
Kaylee Mortensen ranked number 1. She is the defending Ronthon champion and the defending state champion. Hallie Robertson's excellent record, a record of 14-4, and Hallie's been wrestling really good this year. I'm going to bet on the blast double coming, but I always say Hallie's capable of doing that on anybody. And
team scores are currently 24-16 in favor of Star Valley, mainly due to those two wrestlers not making weight. So that gives Star Valley a little an edge there on the score.
Yeah, I think it'd be closer to a tie match had we not. You know,
yes.
Those matches were still wrestled, but they were exhibition. Once again, this is our second Mortensen from Pinedale, ranked number 1 in the state. Just took first at the all classification Ron Thon. So she is going to be a force. Now, Hallie, one of our top wrestlers from Star Valley, I'm sure.
Mortensen on a single. Hallie able to break it down.
She sure did.
Now she's looking for that front headlock. Almost has that locked up. Now she's going to turn with her opponent there and not allow her opponent to get to her feet. They're both going to get up to their feet, though.
Almost, I thought a climb behind or a spin behind.
Hallie on a single.
She's going to materialize this.
She's got her leg sucked in. Her opponent able to reach over the top and grab a foot.
They may all stalemate here, and that's what she's looking for. Mortensen says, I know Hallie is in deep. I'm just going to hold on for dear life. And the ref says, we're going to make you wrestle longer here. And this is anyone's move.
Yeah,
there
stalemate there.
Well, compliments to Hallie. When you get in that deep and the returning state champion takes your ankle, they know they're in trouble.
Yep.
So Hallie's going to probably do that again. We got 15 in the first period. Score 0-0. There it is right there.
Oh, that was a great. Work. That's in deep. That's a double leg. Elevates that and returns it right to the mat. Beautiful double leg takedown.
I think I'm still okay to say she's going to hit a double, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a beautiful. Mortensen, there was nothing she could do. She was in so deep on that double that right there, nice replay by SBI there. Yeah. In so deep that all she had to do was elevate that and take her right back down to the mat.
If you just if you're watching and you didn't hear this, that was a double leg on the 2-time state champion from Pinedale and the winner of the Ronthon, just coming off on the heels of that a week and a half ago. So what a excellent shot with 5 seconds left, maybe only 4.
All right, yeah, and right down to the end of the period there. So Hallie's going to take the lead going into the second period, 3-0. And she's going to be starting on bottom here with Mortensen on top from Pinedale.
Hallie coming off with a 5th place finish at the Ronthon. Once again, her opponent here was able to secure the championship title there just a week and a half ago. Now these Mortensens are good riders. We've seen them. But one thing Hallie is she is very good. She's
right into a half with Mortensen.
Yep. Hallie's pinched that elbow down. She did a good job getting out of that. Now this is where that good position we were talking about stays. I mean, you got every little movement counts when you're wrestling someone of this caliber of opponent. So head position, where your elbow is, making sure you tuck down really hard like she did when she got that half on. Now right there you see she's trying to sneak in that bar, and Hallie is doing a good job. Now I'm not sure, was it a headgear adjustment?
I'm not sure. That was kind of odd one that they stopped that.
Yeah, I believe it was a headgear in her eyes, and they stopped it.
1 minute, 9 seconds left in the second period.
Nice short sit.
Oh, nice.
Comes back to face her. And that's going to be one for Star Valley to lead this 4-0.
Beautiful short sit there.
Now, Pinedale's looking a little desperate. I think she's looking for a headhunt.
There's the front headlock.
She's headhunting. Hallie knows she's savvy. She knows what to do here.
Don't let her opponent get to her legs there.
She's elephant trunk. Oh.
And her opponent's able to get back around with a block there. That's going to be a 3-point takedown, make the score 3-4.
Oh, and she does suck her back over. We're going to get some back points here. Doggone it. Star Valley's been winning this for almost 2 full rounds. And doggone, that was a great match.
Hey, but if you're Hallie, that's not a bad match at all.
No.
You know how tough your opponent is on that. That's some good experience. You had a beautiful takedown on her, a blast double takedown. Good sit out. You scored some good points on a good wrestler.
Watch it when she whispers to her right there. You see, that's the difference with girls. Did you see her? She got right in her ear and whispered, hey, that was a great match. Good job.
Yeah, no, that was a great one. That was wonderful. So that's going to bring the team score to 22-24 in favor of Star Valley. And now we're going to head into the next match. We've got Keston Johnson in the 120 weight class against Eve Shivers of Pinedale.
Keston ranked number 2 in the state. Shivers ranked number 7 in the state. So a number 2, number 7 matchup here. Keston had a phenomenal finish at the Ronthon, coming at 2nd place and made the championships there, and we were crossing our fingers. In fact, I think your opponent, she is actually defeated, who won the championship. So Keston's, she's up there, even though she's ranked number 2 on the stats. I safely think she's splitting number 1 and 2 with a 1 and
Front
1.
headlock. Looking for that other leg. She's got the leg scoop too.
She's got it.
She's got a cradle, and she flips it right over the top, right to her back.
That's going to be lights out for Keston Johnson. Lots of time on the clock, and there it is.
And smooth move there by Keston Johnson. We'll see if our editor can go ahead and key that up. How she locks up that cradle. Beautiful replay here, and just flips her right to her back there, right from the cradle, and that right into a pin. Beautiful.
She ran off without raising her hand, but we did get the hand raised there.
That's great. Hey, let's give a shout out to our camera guys and to our editors here for keying up these replays. And man, they've just got a great camera crew here tonight.
Absolutely. Very good. Very good.
So fun. Okay, hey, next up we've got Paisley Harbaugh at the 125 weight class, and her opponent is Sarah Helm of Pinedale.
Harbaugh, your number 7 ranked wrestler across all classifications. This is the 125-pound bout. Sarah Helm from Pinedale. I don't have the stats on Miss Helm.
Man, I love it when we got 2 teams that are they've both got heavyweights and they're coming in here. Some good quality wrestling. We don't like to see the blowouts quite so much. I mean, wrestling is wrestling, but man, we love to see the back and forth of both teams and get to experience it all with these guys, with these ladies tonight. This is awesome.
Oh.
Harbaugh went in on a leg, but Helm was able to block that and get around back. It's going to be a 3-point takedown for Helm. Harbaugh fighting off bottom. Up to her feet, but her opponent able to get a leg. Harbaugh's now going on a leg. Some back and forth. Helm able to flatten out Harbaugh. Harbaugh back up to her base again, back up to a knee. Turning into her. Trying to suck that knee up underneath her and run around the side there. Unable to do so. Helm's able to break that lock on her knee and is going to get behind. So we still have a score of 3-0. We got about 1 minute left in this first period. Keston now's got that arm, using that as a lever, putting some pressure into her opponent.
Paisley
got that leg.
Nice reversal.
So with that leg, she sucks that leg up underneath and gets her opponent's hips out of position, and then fulcrums or leverages right into her, and that's going to give her the reversal. That's going to make the score 2-3 in favor of the wrestler from Pinedale, Helm. Harbaugh working on top. She's got a crossface, going in to dig out a barbed wire. She's got that locked up, running up and around the head.
We're down to final 12 seconds.
Oh, look for that leverage. Get that angle.
There's the count.
Keep going. Now get off your feet, off your knees.
She's got enough time to get all 4 back points here. Even a pin.
Hey, there we go.
It looks tight.
Is it close?
Yeah.
Hey, a pin right before the whistle.
On the 0-0, but I think we're going to go with the pin. Tie goes to the runner, right?
You know, that's really hard, actually, when the referee looks at the table and you're running the table help. Here we got a Fall River Propane replay of Paisley putting her opponent right there. And
watch the towel first.
Shoulders. Yep. The towel tapper had the towel up.
Yep.
But it's tough when you're running the table and the ref looks at you like, was there time? And you're like, I don't know, I was running the clock. All right, now we've got Oakley Hepworth up for Star Valley in the 130 weight class against Samantha Brannon of Pinedale.
Brandon ranked number 3 in the state. So, but I tell you what, Hepworth's taken out several ranked wrestlers. I remember last year her wrestling, I believe it was a Green River wrestler that was ranked, and Oakley took it to her at a home match. So we won't put that past Hepworth tonight. Once again, Oakley Hepworth and Samantha Brannon ranked.
Brannon goes for a headlock, nice. And Oakley able just to duck behind.
You bet. And she's got the cross wrist on right now. And, boy,
looking to hook up the cradle.
I think I'd stay with that cross wrist.
No, not able to hook that up.
There it is right there.
Yep.
Oh, she could have stuck it half in there. It looks
Now
so
goes to look like a 3/4 half there for a moment. Now she's back to a 2-on-1.
There we go. Big return, Good. Now sneak that bar and see that cross wrist. If she stays on that, even if they go flat, there's so much you can do with that cross wrist. And it's tempting to want to let go and hunt for something else, but boy, you can just drop your shoulder and then sink in a single bar. See, she still got the cross wrist. I think she's still got it. Reaching in front for that cross face. She let go of the cross wrist there, and we're going to go to her back, though. Almost get some back points there.
Trying to step over that leg and flatten out her opponent there.
We get a tilt here. I think we're going to get a tilt.
There we go.
There it is. We got back points. I think there was 2.
Nope. Cole's shaking his head back and forth.
Well, he swiped 2. When you swipe 2, that should be the points, but maybe you're right. And we're going to run out of time there, but great wrestling from Hepworth, who's able to stay off the number 3 wrestler in the state. With a
All right.
3-0.
Heading in the second period here. Here's another look at that.
Notice how she just got behind so slick, and a great return. Oakley takes top. Oakley, one of our sister duos. Her sister you saw earlier, Cashley Hepworth. 2 of the great sisters that helped build the team, started from its beginning.
Oakley hunting for a wrist here. She's got an arm bar.
I think
now driving it over the top. Oh, good job by the Pinedale opponent of being able to clear that arm bar and get up to her shoulders.
Climbs the waist after crashing the hips and almost gets some more back points. Pinedale's got Oakley's arm there, but Oakley goes, now see how she crashes her hips right there? And as she does that, she's looking for a half and almost gets it. Okay, she's broke down. This is where we want our wrestlers, right? She's got the cross wrist on. She lets go of the cross wrist.
Nice tight waist. That's going to help her keep her opponent underneath her. She still has that crossed wrist, and Pinedale has her other hand trapped underneath.
Yeah, kind of. But she can still sneak in an arm bar. She dropped that shoulder a little bit and get a short bar in, and then she's set up for some great tilts. I'm not sure if she knows the rebar tilt.
Now she's got, looks like a 2-on-1. Pinedale doing a good job of trying to control Oakley's hands underneath. Oakley grabs a hand and Pinedale grabs a hand.
Yeah, if you can see better on the camera. I just turned to look at the camera. You know, if you're up in the stands, it doesn't look like much is going on. The reason why is they both kind of got each other.
Pinedale's got a leg. She needs to be careful. Oakley needs to be careful here not to give up a head for a fireman's, but her opponent has let go of that leg now, I believe. Oh, no, she still got it locked, but she got it locked. Reverse.
Yeah, this could be scary. Crossface right there.
There we go. Good crossface.
Back points.
So good maintained control by Oakley. And her opponent's going to get her head out of there, and she's going to go straight into
we're run out of time.
Hey, that's good. I don't think there was any change of possession. Well, change of control.
Yeah. Great wrestling by Oakley. You know, she was just stayed on it, didn't get panicked, took the
even though her opponent sits up, she takes that crossface.
That pancake is exactly what you wanted to do right there, too. She's doing great.
Good wrestling by both wrestlers there, trying to gain the upper hand. We're going to go into the third period now, 3-0 in favor of Oakley. Oakley does a sit out, able to get up to her feet.
There's a bear hug there, boy. Look at that, almost a body lock.
And goes right to a double. Oh yeah, now climb up that body.
That's 3 anymore. If they go to their butt, it's 3 points.
It used to be that their opponent had to put their hands down to make it a 3-point, but now if like Blake said, if they're on their butt, it's a takedown.
Yep. We lead this 7-0 now. Now notice Pinedale took top there. Now, folks, if you're just queuing in, this is numbers. We are taking it to, and I apologize if you're from Pinedale, but Star Valley is taking it to the number 3 seeded wrestler, or number 3 ranked wrestler right now. So what a
nice roll through by Pinedale.
Don't want to speak.
Hey, let's not talk too soon here, Blake. All right, now we've got Oakley on bottom fighting off. We've got Brannon looking to scoop up an arm. She's got a tight waist on.
And a half, and that's she's down to the final minute here.
Oakley leads the match 7-2 currently, but fighting not to get stacked up here, as Pinedale has that half on and trying to tuck her head up under her shoulders.
Now we saw this with Carly, 8-2. So you never want to count your chickens completely. But Oakley's doing a good job. She's got that hand, keeping the hand in control. We're down to 30 seconds. Not that I want to say or just hold on. I'd like to see some more points scored, but we got to be careful with the number 3 wrestler.
She might get dinged for a stall here, but she doesn't have one yet, so it's not going to hurt her. Her opponent looking for, she's got that half. Power half on.
And Oakley has been there. She's
doing a great job of swinging her hips with her opponent there, keeping them underneath.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wow, what
1.
a great win for Oakley.
You better believe it.
What a great win. Great wrestling from both wrestlers.
That'll make the other side of the state start paying attention to those rankings a little more.
Yeah. Hey, great match by Oakley Hepworth. She's going to walk away with a minor decision there. That's 3 points for Star Valley. It's going to make the score 39-22 for the duel with the Pinedale Wranglers. And now we have coming up here Remington Allman, against her opponent from Pinedale, Brooklyn Masters. Remy looked awesome at the Ronthon this last week. She's got the signature. Oh, she doesn't have the signature dual ponytails in. I was just going to say that she always got the dual ponytails. Yeah. Remy's fun to watch wrestle. Here we go.
Ranked number 2 in the state. Also second place, runner-up at the Ronthon last week, right?
Yeah, she was. Nice single. Transitions off to a double, elevates right to the mat.
They could have called that one as maybe potentially dangerous or a slam, but the ref says I think it was safe. Rule there is you got to come down, safe return.
Oh, yeah.
She got her in a fall.
Once again, you can see that what great camera work down there. Well, you can see Remy reach underneath and grab that elbow.
Oh, really?
So we're going to queue up on a replay here.
Oh, here comes
and watch where Remy reaches underneath and grabs that elbow and just traps him.
Oh yeah. First. Here it is, and
right to the mat.
As long as you come down with your opponent.
You see that hand on the underside? She got her elbow trapped.
We call that clamp.
Yep.
And she had it clamped.
Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Next match, we got Kara Andrews up in the 140 weight class against Alexis Thompson of Pinedale.
Kara Andrews, number 1 wrestler at 140. They mistakenly have her at number 6 this week because of a medical forfeit out of Ronthon, but she is the number 1 returning state champion.
You know, we appreciate the WYO Wrestling doing the rankings, but sometimes, they can't watch every match. And so sometimes they have to rely on the rankings and the outcomes of the tournaments, and maybe didn't understand that she medical forfeited out of that. And so jumps very quickly from number 1 wrestler at the 140 down to the number 7 wrestler, which I would say by anyone wrestling her probably understands that's not very accurate.
Yeah, she's
Kara in. Her opponent was in on.
Kara did a good job turning face.
Neutralizing that.
Still could be anyone's
still going.
Here.
She's got a leg now.
She does. She's still fighting. No takedown, give up yet.
Her opponent's got an ankle.
And that ankle's going to advantage her. She gets a spin behind.
What we got? We got some blood time here. Oh, nope. They're going to fix the headgear. Gets down around Pinedale's throat.
Now, if our paper's right, this is Alexis Thompson from Pinedale. Once again, Kara Andrews, 140-pound weight class. Kara Andrews, ranked number 1, took a 6th place finish after medical forfeiting out the Ronthon, but she was far enough in that she still took home some medal.
So Alexis Thompson is leading this match currently 3-0.
That was an excellent short sit.
She's got that leg. Now she's going to elevate that.
I'm going to bet $1 million she gets it. Do you want to bet against me so I can be a millionaire?
No. All right. So even though it looks like a takedown there, that's only a 2-point reversal because there was no separation. But Kara still, she's got that crossbody wrist underneath.
Yeah, this is where JR was talking about those new rules. Kara's done a lot of work there to get that reversal.
Kara's got a hard crossface on. She's digging out that barbed wire. Now she's going to run up and around the head. Going to get some near fall points out of this. That was slick of her to step right back in bounds there. She's going to get a pin out of it.
Nice job, Andrews. One of our junior returning state champions.
Watch this is here. She's got the barbed wire locked up. She steps up and around the head and settles those shoulders in. And that's going to be a pin.
That is tight. And notice the out of bounds. That's what we're talking about. As long as one limb of the opponent is still in, you can get the pin, even if the shoulder blades of the one getting pinned are completely out of bounds. That's a new rule in the recent years.
Now, I don't think it's by chance that we actually have Vel Foreman coming up here last. You said that this could be her 100th win. Is that correct?
That's right. Vel Foreman, one of our seniors, recognized this evening. She also is undefeated, 3 years going on, not losing a match. Returning state champion, also returning champion of the Ronthon, and going for her 100th, almost consecutive. We'll have to look at that, but again, she has not lost a match. This will be her 3rd season of being undefeated.
Her opponent is Hadley Francis. Nice double leg, straight to the back. Right to the crossface. Looking for that. She dug out the arm like she was going to go for a barbed wire, but she didn't go there.
Here. She has an arsenal of moves to do from here. When she gets that breakdown, and notice she switches off right to a single arm bar or a chicken wing.
She's going to run that up and around the head. She's got that wrist trapped on the underside, and this is going to be settled in for a pin. That's a
sinks in the half. Notice she looked. She thought, I want a little more wrestling time. That's called show and go. As she lets go, breaks the move, so the ref does give her the near fall.
She still has a crossface on, pretty hard there.
And we get
maybe two more near fall. Yep.
Vel Foreman.
She has a 2-on-1 on that arm, and it was going for a tilt.
Kendall Foreman started the Lady Braves wrestling program back 2 years ago.
Back to a crossface, and she still has that crossbody wrist, and now she's just going to leverage that over. And if she so chooses, I think she's going to go for a pin here, and she's going to get that, I believe. And she does.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vel Foreman on her 100th career win. Extremely tough feat to get for any girl. Let's let the announcer announce that.
All right, so he's actually just announcing that that's going to conclude the varsity duel.
Now,
but
we got to interrupt the old announcer there. This is big
here we
news.
go. Here we go. So I think Duke will get a close-up here on the banner, down on the mat here.
There we go. Zeroed in, Vel Foreman.
How cool is that?
100 wins. Not very often does a young lady acquire 100 wins, JR. I mean, this, as far as I know in the state of Wyoming, this is the first that I have seen.
Well, especially technically, she's a senior. We've only been going for 3 years here. So that means that the first year she was wrestling in the boys bracket.
Yes.
So how cool is that? That is quite the feat by Vel Foreman for her 100th varsity
Coach
win.
Anderson, Bell calls in Carbon, and Coach Waldron as they all come to the center to take part and celebrate. Coach Kendall Foreman also comes in.
That's a huge feat. Congratulations to Vel.
We're missing Zeke. I think he would be out there, and also Jason. And what a great feat there. Congratulations.
How cool is that?
Wow.
All right. Well, hey, that concludes the varsity matches. Man, there's some good wrestling matches tonight.
Did you get the final score? They wiped it out.
I didn't. They took it down before we could get to it. But our producer there got it. 51-22 was the final score. Yes. Star Valley over Pinedale. But the matches that we had, it was not that close of a score in my mind by what we saw here tonight. Some great wrestling by Pinedale and Star Valley. That concludes the varsity matches or the varsity duel. We do still have a couple of more matches here that are going to be exhibition matches. Some of the Pinedale wrestlers have wrestled multiple matches here or maybe a little bit different in weight class. But the important thing is to get some of these younger girls some matches, some mat time. And so now what we've got Addie Meisner coming up on the mat here for Star Valley, and Josie Helm of Pinedale. And Josie, I believe, also wrestled earlier. She did. She wrestled the JV match earlier against Colvin.
So this is one of our seniors recognized earlier this evening, Addie Meisner, and she's wrestling under the big lights. So 4 more matches after this one. Sounds like Jocelyn, your own daughter, JR, will close out the evening.
Yep, she will.
About 45 seconds expired in the first, as neither opponent has taken at least a shot at getting points, 0-0. Addie gets the inside tie there. Good head position. Takes a nice high C, and she's going to suck that into her. Pinedale does a good job sprawling there, takes a cross.
Hook those hands and suck that knee under.
Addie doesn't give up on the leg.
Now she's got her hands locked on it.
She's chasing that leg. She can connect the other hand up there, get a little more leverage.
And her opponent's going to find her way behind, and that's going to be a 3-point takedown. No reward yet. Oh, yeah, they did get the 3-point takedown. Yep. Helm in on a barbed wire, but Meisner still up on her knees, so that's not going to be easy to leverage that. Pinedale maybe going to look for a belly dump or she's going to go right to a cradle.
She's got her high.
Meisner trying to dump her off, get her head out. There we go. That's going to be a reversal by Addie Meisner.
Great
Makes
wrestling.
the score 2-3.
Very good wrestling. Talk about filling your position and understanding, hey, this feels like I can go out the back door and buck a little, and she did exactly that. And we're getting back points here, folks, with 0 seconds.
Nice.
We get 2 point near
2
fall.
points. She had that cross or that half on hard and had that head curled up underneath. That's going to make the score 4-3, I believe.
I think they're still trying to. Yeah,
there we go. Cole's got those points up there. 4-3 in favor of Addie Meisner.
Great wrestling. Good first round for Addie. Pinedale chooses neutral, goes real low stance, heavy on the head, collar tie, and goes for a throw, and it might advance, doggone it. She does. That we call that a Colot at home. Carrie Colot made that famous front headlock and then under one arm for a single cow catch. And
that's going to be hard to fight off.
It is, but she knows her situation. If she can keep bridging, 4 good bridges there might push us out of real estate. But it's going to be hard to bridge there. Oh, shucks, doggone Addie. Addie comes up from being ahead to succumbing by fall, but great match.
All right, now in the 125 to 130 weight class, we have got Grace Morrison of Star Valley coming up against Mallory Craig of Pinedale.
This is Morrison's second match of the night. Always good for these wrestlers to get lots of mat time, especially in front of their home crowd. You're right about that headlock. They're throwing that cowboy left and right. Gracie does a good job coming, basing back up, going to her belly first. No near fall out of that, so that's good. Now she's got her a little bit high on the side. We're going to get 1 point, if not 2, out of this. Boy, that was...
Followed that around, but out of bounds.
Nope, I called that too early. It looked like a break of contact. And she thought so too, but they're going to put her back down. And now you have to give the ref a warning if you're going to do that. And Race, he tolerates it. He says, okay, you're supposed to tell the ref if you're going to do optional start. And we do a excellent job. Look at that. That's going to turn into a reversal. I almost would have given a 1 escape first for loss of contact, loss of control. She sinks in a half. We're down by 1. Grace Morrison just wrestling highly aggressive here, don't you think, JR?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, she's going after Mallory of Pinedale. Morrison's going to start out on top here, score 3-2. About 1 minute and 15 seconds left, and this is the first period. Okay, so there's a prime example. So she had a half on the one side, and she had the shoulder on the other side underneath. But even that just is, because she's got both arms underneath, that's going to be a penalty point there. That's going to be a full Nelson, even though it doesn't give the appearance of a full Nelson.
Right. I missed that.
She had the full on here, and she went under the arm and grabbed the shoulder right here, and it was too close.
A little bit,
yeah.
So she's doing a lot of the wrestling, but that penalty is going to put us down by 2. We're going to lock up a cradle here, though, possibly. Pinedale does a good job taking that.
Got that leg. Yeah. And now Pinedale scoops that leg inside.
Star Valley right. We used to call it Star Valley right. It's called the Merkle. If she knew the Merkle right there, I tell you what, we'd be in a great position to score. Unfortunately,
Pinedale's got a crossface on, but Grace wrestled through it, but they're going to roll out, and that's going to put Mallory on top. It's going to make the score 6-2. She's got an armbar in. Got that wrist locked.
I think she just got a cheat up in there. But
yeah, that's going to be pretty tight.
Hey, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden we're back on our base.
Nice hard crossface from Pinedale. Going to suck it underneath for a barbed wire.
Oh.
Leverage that underneath.
We already got 10 seconds left. She can fight it off. Looks like Helm is already flagging 4. So this is going to put us behind a whole heck of a lot here.
Yeah, that's going to make the score 14-2 in favor of Craig of Pinedale.
We need to either go neutral for a throw or top. Oh, I guess we're only in the second. For some reason, I was thinking we were in the third. And they're going to go neutral, and I'm okay with that. I think, we know a throw's coming. She's already tried it once. If we can go feet to back, we can essentially get eight points out of it.
There's another throw.
That's not the feet to back I was talking about, JR.
Nope, wrong wrestler, right? She put her right into that headlock and threw her over her hip. Put Morrison right to her back. That's going to be another 4 back points, if not a pin, and that is going to be a fall.
Good first round. They were back and forth. Good wrestling, Grace.
All right, so now we've got Settley Roberts at the 155 weight class coming in, and her opponent is going to be Allie Goodsell of Pinedale. And Goodsell, this will be her second match of the night as well. We really do appreciate the Pinedale Wranglers making their way down here to Star Valley. Come and meet in the Crimson Cathedral for the duel with our Star Valley Lady Braves. They bring a great team and great competition every year, and the Lady Wranglers bring some good attitude with them in regards to sportsmanship as well. We appreciate them making their way down here and battling this out tonight. All right, Settley Roberts of Star Valley and Allie Goodsell of Pinedale.
Yeah, Pinedale's been a little aggressive on the front headlock. They like the throws. They like the Cowboys front headlock.
Settling on a leg, trying to suck that up underneath. Her opponent doing a good job of sprawling out.
Sally did a great job coming right back up, though. Still has a leg locked up. She can
circle. She does. There we go. Step over the. Oh, she wasn't able to step over those hips. Settley still trying to block her opponent from being able to go around back. She's got that leg locked up, trying to suck that leg up underneath.
In this position, you almost want to do what's called a cutback. We pull that leg hard in and actually use your head as leverage to sit them on their butt, because it's really hard to spin behind in that position right there. But she can suck her this way and then get behind. Oh, she almost did it right there, but she lost the lock of the leg. I think she's got it again. Okay, now we're in a great position. Now if she can wrap that elbow around the calf, and kind of did the same thing, though, the reverse position of what we saw just moments earlier, and it makes it really hard to circle that way.
Pinedale still has not scored the points here. They didn't cover.
Again. Now we're back in there again. If she can
circle,
get her head
there we
up.
go.
Yes.
Nice. So you see how she had that leg and she pulled that leg down, and that gave her the leverage to lift her head up and go out and around the back.
And once she got her hips a little in and her head a little high, she was able to use that momentum and keep going. So we lead this 3-0 as we expire the first round here. I shouldn't say we. I know there's our friends and neighbors from Pinedale and other places. So Star Valley leads
3-0.
3-0. And we're going to chase the coin there. I would have let that keep going. You know, maybe we'd find it in Cokeville. Star Valley's choice looks to Coach Waldron. Waldron says, well, maybe you're tough on top. Let's do it. And she indeed does choose top going into the second period. And that's a tough choice. You know, if you're going to be on bottom, the second round is the best. You've got the most energy. You've got the most wind. And if you're ahead, you know, you're only going to give up 2 if they reverse you. You're only going to give up 1 if they get an escape. And where she's already ahead, she can technically afford either of those moves. What she can't afford is if she gets up and then takes her down. Then we'd essentially be behind. But should her opponent get to her feet, spend all her energy.
Settley's got a power half on now.
We'd be at 5-1.
Now she's going to transition off.
That's a great half. Suck it back this way. That's over and back, no back points. Still shoving the head down for that power half. Got a tight waist and an ankle. And she's going to drive forward and probably change off to a chop. What that does, it puts all the pressure on the front. Well, instead of changing off to a chop, she changed off to a good hard crossface. Got to be careful here. Keep a hold of that ankle.
Yeah, she's got to keep that ankle there. Drive up. There we go. Now just drive it. Drive it, drive it, drive it.
Still in control, but in a position here where we could give up that reversal we were talking about earlier. And even should that happen, we'll still be up because the takedown.
Oh, good job of getting back around, getting in good position.
Boy, we're going to go out of bounds. That was close.
So her opponent was driving her in circles, and for Settley to keep turning with her, keep turning and keep wrestling in that, did not allow for the reversal. It's going to be 3-0 still in this, the second period, with about 33 seconds left in the second period.
And same position, no change, no points in the second round. Yep. So we still lead it with a single and only takedown, Star Valley. Now she crashes the hips down like that. Now we can go to work. We can do a lot of things from there. Pinedale does a good job keeping her head up really high, but
power half on.
In that power half.
Transitions to a regular half. Reach under the
dump.
body.
There it is. There it is. If she can do that near leg dump again, near leg dump, pick that leg up and go.
Now she's got the other.
She drops her chest. And we're running short on time. I don't think we're going to get swipes here, but really close.
Good control by Settley to end that period. Going to the third period now. Settley up by 3 points over her opponent from Pinedale, Allie Goodsell.
She chooses top. What do you think? We haven't been in this position yet, have we? No.
No, we haven't. So let's see what Settley's got in the bag in regards to a, quick stand-up or a switch. Tries to make her way up to her feet. Her opponent able to cover, but then found herself out of position, and Settley just goes around back, gets a leg, and now covers the hips, and that's going to be a 2-point reversal for Settley. Makes the score 5-0. Working out on the edge of the mat. Settley's got that tight waist on. She had an ankle, is now transitioned off, her opponent up to her feet, and they're going to go out of bounds before there's an escape point.
Really smart wrestling there. She could have tagged, it's tempting to lock.
Mm-hmm.
If you lock in your opponent's hand, even one of them still on the mat, it's illegal. If they come to their feet, you can lock. But Settley did a fantastic job knowing when to lock. As soon as she came to her feet, she went ahead and kept that lock to keep her from getting a point, but didn't do it until then. And that's a habit for girls. JR knows it's one of those. There was a lot of locked hands in our infancy in this program.
I've seen more disqualifications by locked hands this year than I've seen ever.
Well, see now right there, you see how she was. Her hands were kind of almost like they were going to touch, but that's your brain saying nope, don't do that. So great job breaking her down. Puts that power half. A lot of pressure there.
Running up and around the head there.
5-0.
Oh, that hurts.
Let's see if this one can materialize in a turn. There's a cradle. If she can get on the other side of that elbow, get on this side of that elbow. Oh, watch. That's a full.
So see how she put both hands up underneath there. That way has great camber work. As soon as those go up over the shoulder.
Yep, if that would have contacted anywhere, they'd have stopped it.
Pinedale able to get out around the corner and Settley now fighting to not allow a reversal, but it is going to be a reversal.
We're down to 33 seconds left.
5-2 in favor of Settley Roberts of Star Valley. Settley needs to make sure that she does not get turned in this last 20 seconds of the match here.
This something to 2 has been kind of a curse for us. We want actually, Cashley broke it, Oakley broke it. She maintained the win.
Settley up on a base. She 10 seconds left.
We're gonna
Her
do
opponent
it here again.
looking for a
5 seconds.
half. Has a half on, but Settley's not going to leave that base there. So good win for Settley Roberts. 5-2 over her opponent, Allie Goodsell.
She says, can I lay here for a minute?
Hey, that's a good, hard-fought match by both wrestlers.
Yeah, great job. Great. Both of them wrestled to the end.
All right, so now we got coming up in the 100 weight class, we have Constance Peterson and London Jensen from Pinedale. I don't know that Jensen has wrestled yet tonight. She has not. This is going to be her first match. So stick around here. Shortly after these JV matches, we are going to have Coach Waldron come up here, visit with us a little bit, and talk about his girls, talk about the win tonight and some of the matches. Also, I'm going to run down, see if I might be able to track down Val Foreman, come up here and give us a little bit of her thoughts in regards to her 100th win as a varsity wrestler. So down on the mat, we've got Constance Peterson against London Jensen. Still in the first period. Pinedale going for an ankle pick. Constance able to clear her leg.
Remember, folks,
in on a single leg.
Did a phenomenal
Elevate
job
that
in her first match.
And able to get back around.
Almost. No points yet. You got to keep that control. Constance was behind Maylee Snell on her first match, and you got to rewind. If you're just queuing in, Constance wrestled the match of her life. I mean, it was amazing, wasn't it? Her first match.
It was great.
She was down by, I can't remember how many. She puts a Granby roll in the final few seconds to win that match. Now,
Jensen able to work her way out around, work her leg out and get her back around Constance, and that's going to be a 3-point takedown by Jensen of Pinedale.
Once again, Constance out. Second match. Sometimes that can help you. Get the blood moving. Sometimes it can say, I'm kind of tired here. Her opponent here, Fresh, hasn't wrestled this evening. Constance had a really hard match earlier.
Jensen's got an arm bar trapped up around her head with a half. Constance able to clear that.
Constance really, almost double jointed. So most people, you get a half in that tight, they're going to go over. Constance was able just to kind of keep flexing, and didn't go over. So good job to her. What we'd like to see her do is put that elbow down and then with her fingers catch the wrist. Sometimes you'd want to reach up and grab all the fingers, but that lets the half get even sunk deeper. So you just kind of elbow down, reach up, catch your wrist, lift your head up and look away. That's a rule. My dad coached me. He said, look away and rip it off. And that's kind of a rule. Look away and rip it off.
All right, going into the second period now. Score of 3-0 in favor of Jensen of Pinedale. Constant was working off bottom.
Again. Now she is ripping it off this time, and she does. Great job. There, almost a
nice
tuck and roll,
roll,
and it's going to work.
Good job. That's a reversal. That's going to be 2 points for Constance. Make the score 2-3.
There's some back points coming. There it is. She's got a leg laced in there, and we're going to count right there. We only got one swipe, though. Here comes the second right there. Good.
There we go. Center up that weight and squeeze. You know, when you hear your teammates
ball.
squeeze. Yeah, that's a good, nice Nice pin by Constance.
I tell you, Constance takes the bouts tonight for being behind and coming back each time. This time she comes back from behind with a fall.
All right, we got our last match of the night, the 110 weight class. Jocelyn Burgess is going to be going off against her opponent of Allison Rodriguez of Pinedale. This will be our last match of the night. Like I said, don't run away too quickly. We've got Coach Waldron coming up to do an interview. We're also going to see if we might be able to track down Val Foreman.
I sent a message there, so hopefully she isn't out counting her wins outside and forgets to come up.
Now, Jocelyn last week at the Ronthon danced around for a couple of periods, and with 5 seconds left, she put on one of the most beautiful double leg takedowns, and we were like, you got to do that a minute and a half earlier.
Yeah.
Her opponent's got Jocelyn in a front headlock, able to sling her down to the mat, and she's going to get around for a 3-point takedown. Rodriguez of Pinedale leading at this point in time. Jocelyn up. Her opponent's got a 3/4 half on. Trying to crank that over.
Ooh.
Jocelyn needs to get her leg out from her opponent's legs there. Her opponent's going to get some near fall points, and Jocelyn off of the one shoulder.
She did a good job.
Able to fight out of that.
Good job.
Her opponent going right back to that 3/4 half is going to crank that same back in. She's got to get that leg out from her opponent's legs.
3/4 Nelson.
Nielsen, thank you.
Move.
Now to a half, and is going to get Jocelyn to her back for some back points here. Jocelyn bridging up, trying to get off her back, not able to do so, and that's going to be a pin.
20-something seconds left. Good fight.
So overall, some great matches tonight. Boy, we sure do appreciate Pinedale coming in, wrestling with us tonight. They bring some great talent, and this is going to preview of some great matches going to be coming up in the region and also in the state.
Yes.
We're going to go to a short commercial break as we wait for Coach Waldron to come on up here so we can have a chit-chat with him. So we're going to turn this over for just a short commercial break.
Okay.
As a small business owner, we know you want to take care of your team. Introducing Member Care, Star Valley Health's membership healthcare program. Through our new program, you can provide your team healthcare benefits at our primary care and urgent care clinics, including essential services like lab tests, x-rays, and urgent care visits, bundled into a plan that fits your budget. Your employees support your dream every day. Here's one more way to keep your team happy and healthy. Learn more at starvalleyhealth.org.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am the president and CEO of the Bank of Star Valley. I've had the great honor of holding that position for 26 years now. The best thing about working in a bank is helping people. It is the reason we exist. The local community bank went out of business, and a group of local citizens decided that Star Valley needed a community bank. They came together, we formed the bank with the focus of helping individuals, and that is what we get to do day in, day out.
Avail Valley Construction is your local source in Star Valley for quality asphalt paving. Whether it's residential or commercial driveway or parking, Avail Valley will have it done with great service at a great price. To get started, visit availvalley.com.
See how we sell your home and save you money? Very demure, very cutesy. Call Assist to Sell the Realty Team today for your next real estate transaction. Assist to Sell the Realty Team knows that buying and selling in our current market is expensive. Their full service assistance will save you thousands on your next real estate transaction. Call Mandy Jack or Ashley Cranny today to find out how.
Have you heard how you can earn some extra cash from Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union? Bring us any new or refinanced auto, ATV, or RV loan, and we will give you 1% back in cash. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, OAC, member NCUA.
So my name is Jen Johnson, and I'm the head teller here at the bank. So I really enjoyed getting to know the people that work here. I feel like we're a really good team. I've made some friendships here. I feel like we're all really supportive of each other, and I feel valued as a team member, and those efforts are recognized and appreciated. When you call the Bank of Star Valley, you talk to one of us. You don't get a call center in another state. You don't get an automated system. It's one of us that are there to help you.
What are you doing?
Less stress with Stress Reducer.
I'm teaching customers the power of patience to reduce stress while they wait to talk to somebody about their vehicle issues.
I don't know, man. Sitting like this is stressing my legs out.
He doesn't have to wait. He made an appointment online. When his car is ready, we'll give him a call.
Now that sounds less stressful.
Another satisfied customer.
No stress with Point S.
This wrestling broadcast is produced by SVI Media. Any use of this broadcast without permission is prohibited.
All right, hey, welcome back, Star Valley Brave fans. We have got Val Foreman here with us after the Pinedale matches tonight. Thank you for sticking with us for just a few more minutes here. We just wanted to really kind of shine a little bit on Val Foreman for the accomplishments of what she's had in her high school career here. Val, we've got her 100 win tonight. How does that feel?
I'm really grateful to have gotten there, and I'm really glad that I got to be at my home tournament, and I'm just really grateful to be able to be healthy and keep out there.
Absolutely. How do you feel going into the postseason?
I'm super excited. Postseason is probably my favorite because it's kind of more free, and I get to go to really big tournaments and kind of see how I pair up against some really tough girls, so I'm excited.
Yeah, we came off a big win from Ronthon this last week, and now to come here and have a duel here with your teams and at Pinedale with your varsity teammates and some of the JVers as well. It bodes well going into state, and Pinedale always brings a lot of talent, and I think there's a lot of respect there between the two programs because they do bring a lot of talent to the table. Val, tell me what's your most memorable match of this year thus far?
This year, probably, that's a hard question. I would probably just say the first match of the year because that was really just exciting to be back out there on the mat, and I love the hype of everyone, like all the new girls getting to have their first match, so that was my favorite.
Yeah, that's really fun. Hey, we've got your 100th win tonight. We believe that, is it 3 years straight undefeated at this point?
Yes. My freshman year I did lose one time.
You lost one time, so almost 100 in a row, but I mean that's pretty good odds, right? So congratulations on your 100th win tonight. We look forward to watching in this off season, and we'll be cheering you on here at SVI Media as well as the rest of the Valley as we watch this. So good luck as you head into the postseason, and hopefully we'll see another state championship.
Yeah, that would be super awesome. I hope that happens.
All right. Hey, thank you, Val Foreman, once again with her 100th win tonight. Congratulations to her as a senior, and we'll be heading into the off season. Stick with us here. We're going to put Coach Waldron on the mic here with us, and we're going to ask him a couple of questions as well. So thank you, Val, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, we've got Coach Waldron here with us as well. Hey, Coach Waldron, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for joining us again. 2 weeks in a row, so hopefully we don't get too redundant here, but we sure do enjoy the coach's point of view. First off, just what are your thoughts tonight about the duel here with Pinedale?
You know what, historic night, fun night. And I thought both teams, I haven't checked the rankings, but I imagine that we're 1 and 2.
It is, yep. Star Valley number 1 and Pinedale number 2.
Yeah, and so they have a lot of tough wrestlers in that lineup, and we have tough wrestlers in our lineup. And, even in some of the matches that we lost tonight, we learned some things. Really like what Hallie did with Mortensen.
Mm-hmm. That was a great match.
Yeah, not only are we able to compete with her, but I think Hallie can beat her. We can, she showed on her feet what she can do. But, we're going to watch some film, and we're going to learn from that. But like I said, what a fun, historic night. I didn't know that this was the first Star Valley Lady Braves duel ever.
Yeah, we missed that actually with the announcer, so that's great that you bring that up. How cool to have Pinedale come up here with the talent that they've got, not just to have a full team duel, but to have a duel that brings such talent from both sides. We saw some phenomenal wrestling tonight.
We did, and these are the only 2 teams in the state right now that could get together and have a full duel.
Yes.
Every weight filled by each team. That was that was just really cool.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And senior night here, last week we highlighted on the seniors a little bit. Just a quick 5 seconds on your seniors.
You know what? We love them. We're super proud of them. We appreciate the good people they are. One of our seniors you just spoke to, that is a neat thing for Vail.
Boy, almost an unheard of thing. I would dare say the first in the state of Wyoming.
Oh, it's got to be.
Because we're talking the program's only 3 years old. That means that some of those wins most likely came during that first year when she was wrestling in the boys program.
Yeah, she picked up some of those wins wrestling with the boys. It would be interesting to talk to her. Fact is, I'm going to tomorrow when I see her, and I want to know how many of them were.
Yeah.
But, she could wrestle with the boys as a freshman. She was tough, and she was with us in the middle school program for a few years, and then, was able to compete and beat some boys head-to-head.
Yeah, it's what a great accomplishment. Like, seriously, very, very few of the girl wrestlers, especially at this point in the program's history, only being 3 years sanctioned in the state of Wyoming, to have that Vail Foreman, just wonderful. That's amazing. So I just want to talk really quick in regards to regionals. So we got regionals coming up. Is that next week? Next weekend?
Next Friday and Saturday.
And the boys are going to be here in Star Valley, but the girls are going to be in Evanston, am I correct?
Yep, we're in the Evanston, and I think there's 24 or 26 teams or something like that.
Okay.
So they only do 2 regions with the girls because it's all the classes combined.
And you're not going to have teams that are filling all the weights. And so the brackets are still going to be fairly small, even though you've got 24 teams there. Not small, excuse me. That's a wrong word to say, but they're not going to be 64-man brackets.
No, they won't be. Some of the upper weights, like at the Ronthon, some of the upper weights only had 12 girls, 10 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Those middle weights are going to be more, they're going to be bigger brackets than that. But I think it's going to run smooth. I'm excited about it. But no, these other schools aren't going to have full teams. A lot of them are going to have 6, 8 girls, and then you'll have a few like Pinedale and us that have in the 20s. But
yeah,
it's going to be a fun tournament. I'm excited about it.
Well, Coach, congratulations thus far on a regular season. Now we're going to head into the postseason here. Good luck for you and your girls. We appreciate you and your assistants for the work that you guys put in, and let's be shooting for a three-peat.
You bet. Super proud of them tonight. They worked hard, wrestled hard, and yep, we just like we said last week, JR, we want to be peaking
at the right time. Yep, that's it. That's it.
And this was a good step forward.
Yes, it was. So, hey, thank you, Coach Waldron. Anything you want to say before you sign off?
Yeah, I just want to tell Jade to get to bed.
That's good.
What a great crowd.
Yep.
That was super fun. Appreciate the fans coming out and supporting us.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Coach Waldron, for joining us. Hey, Star Valley Braves, thank you for joining in on this broadcast. What a pleasure it is to be able to announce and watch our girls be successful. Thank you for your support. One last time, we're just going to say thank you to the Wyoming Army National Guard for their sponsor of this broadcast and their support, both the boys and the girls teams. This is SVI Media Network, and signing off for the night. Have a good night.